At Dedalaya Academy boarding school, students are split into two factions: the White Cats and the Black Dogs. The first year, White Cats are led by Juliet Persia, and the Black Dogs, first years, are led by Romeo Inuzuka. Violent fights between the factions are common. Inuzuka and Persia have been rivals since childhood, but Inuzuka fell in love with Persia and has been secretly keeping her safe in every fight. Persia is angry that Inuzuka never fights her seriously. Inuzuka sees older White Cats bullying younger Black Dogs, who are then protected by Persia. Inuzuka almost confesses his love but quickly runs away instead. 3 Black Dogs kidnap Persia to molest her. Inuzuka quickly saves her and the Black Dogs angrily leave. Persia then runs away crying. The 3 Black Dogs try to attack Inuzuka for stealing Persia from them, so he beats them up. Persia sends Inuzuka a message to meet for a duel. Inuzuka lies and claims he saved her out of pity, which makes her cry, and Inuzuka realizes she hates appearing weak. Inuzuka realizes he had unwittingly been undermining her goal of making the world better. As they duel, Inuzuka finally confesses and asks to help change the world. Persia responds by pushing him into the fountain, but agrees to date him as long as he helps change the world and keeps their relationship secret. Inuzuka tries to sneak Persia away, but they are interrupted by Hasuki Kamae, his second-in-command, and must pretend they are fighting. Inuzuka tries to give Persia a rosary as a love token, but is caught by Scott Hold, Persia's second-in-command, who pushes him off a building. Upon awakening, Hasuki informs him the dogs are attacking Persia. While looking for Persia, he accidentally breaks the rosary and uses his statue to beat both the cats and the dogs. As punishment, he is forced to pick weeds around the school's lake. Persia accepts the broken rosary and gives him her personal rosary in return. Inuzuka tries to refuse as her rosary has sentimental value, upsetting Persia enough to drop him in the lake. Inuzuka asks Persia on a date, so she disguises herself as a male Black Dog, causing Hasuki to suspect Inuzuka is homosexual. Many Black Dogs try to be her friend, so Inuzuka claims that she is Julio, his cousin. A silver-haired White Cat recognizes Persia despite the disguise. Inuzuka takes Persia to a haunted house, which scares her into running away. Inuzuka is pushed into the ocean by Chizuru Maru, one of the Black Dogs, who tried to molest Persia. Persia beats Maru in a fight and rescues Inuzuka. Inuzuka is happy Persia considers their date a success because they learned more about one another, though they are again interrupted by Scott and resume fake fighting. The silver-haired White Cat realizes Inuzuka and Persia are dating. Inuzuka asks Persia on a date for their 1-month anniversary. White Cat Princess Char, the tyrant princess of the West, is returning after a year's absence. Inuzuka almost hits her after she provokes him until she reveals she has photographs proving he is dating Persia and blackmails him into becoming her servant. Inuzuka agrees, knowing that if their relationship is revealed, Persia will lose her leadership of the cats. Maru plans to punish Inuzuka for his betrayal. Persia becomes jealous of Inuzuka spending time with Char. Inuzuka refuses to reveal the blackmail to Persia, but assures her he is keeping her safe. Persia, unused to seeing Inuzuka so downtrodden, reminds him that they still have their anniversary date. Inuzuka becomes determined to defeat Char. Inuzuka is thrown out of the Black Dog's dormitory by Maru's gang. Inuzuka discovers Char is Persia's childhood friend and is sharing a room with Persia. Inuzuka searches the room and finds Char's Persia collection behind a mirror, revealing Char is in love with Persia. Char is desperate to keep her feelings secret from Persia, who suddenly arrives in the room. Inuzuka hides the photographs and himself behind the mirror until Persia leaves. As Inuzuka now has material to blackmail Char, they form an uneasy truce. Inuzuka rushes to their date and sees Persia had his broken rosary repaired and is wearing it. As midterm exams approach, the dogs begin a 72-hour study session with Persia, disguised as Julio. Maru is revealed to have a crush on Julio after Julio defeats him, to save Inuzuka, not knowing Julio is Persia in disguise. The session is led by Hasuki, who has the best grades. Inuzuka helps Persia sneak out, but is caught by Hasuki, who worries he is keeping secrets. Char warns him of the risk Hasuki poses. Inuzuka insists Hasuki is his best friend and would keep his secret if she found out. Maru asks Hasuki why she likes Inuzuka, and she reveals that Inuzuka helped her make friends. Inuzuka overhears, so she confesses she loves him. Realizing he cannot lie to her, he reveals he is dating Persia. Hasuki overreacts and tries to force him to commit suicide, then tries to behead him while she flees. Persia follows them into the woods, where Hasuki almost kills her, but is stopped by Char, who admits she knew Persia was dating Inuzuka. Inuzuka feels worthless, as he cannot even be honest with his best friend. Persia assures him that he is just as strong as the day he confessed to her. Inuzuka allows Hasuki to attack him, claiming he will never stop being her friend, surviving only because her sword was a replica. Persia falls into the river, so Inuzuka jumps after her. Inuzuka, who cannot swim, is saved by Hasuki while Char saves Persia. Hasuki claims that she still hates him, but decides that they are still friends, though she will behead him if he flirts with Persia in front of her. Inuzuka asks Persia to make a bento, not knowing she is a terrible cook. Char, who has never tried Persia's cooking, steals it, but accidentally drops it on Scott, who believes Persia made the bento for him. Inuzuka defeats Scott, but loses the bento, which is eaten by pigs. Char drags Scott away for further torment. Persia admits a kitchen maid actually made the bento. Inuzuka assures her she doesn't have to act perfectly when they are alone. Persia swears to one day make a perfect bento. Char amuses herself with her new victim Scott. Maru warns Inuzuka to quit the sports festival since the dogs once lost to the cats when Inuzuka made a mistake during the 100-meter race. Hasuki hears a rumor that anyone who dances with the festival's MVP will become their lover and decides to win MVP and dance with Inuzuka. Scott plans to win vibe and dance with Persia. Inuzuka is stopped from hitting him by Somali Longhaired, a white cat with superhuman strength. Her friend and crush Abyssinia asks Persia to become his girlfriend if he wins the MVP. This causes a fight until Persia intervenes. Persia asked Inuzuka for help practicing for the three-legged race so she can win MVP and increase her popularity. Though really she was helping Inuzuka get over his defeat in the previous festival. They decide that if either of them wins Eve, the loser must obey one order from the winner. Inuzuka becomes highly motivated and enters the 100-meter race again. Inuzuka decides he will order Persia to call him by his first name, Romeo. During the first half of the festival, through rampant cheating, the dogs and cats score equal points. Persia tells Inuzuka her mother is watching them from the audience, and Inuzuka is surprised that she wants him to meet her mother someday. Somali injures Persia on Abby's orders and during the next race against Hasuki. The injury causes Persia to trip. Abby and his allies blame Persia for being a weak girl. The audience ridicules Persia as she's forced to leave for treatment. Inuzuka is furious that he couldn't help Persia when she needed him and is further enraged when Cher explains Abby is trying to steal Persia's leadership of the cats and decides to destroy Abby in the final event, the cavalry battle. The dogs begin losing due to Abby having drugged most of them. Maru initially refuses to cooperate as Inuzuka's horse for the event until Persia arrives disguised as Julio, which inspires Maru, and they eliminate all white cats except for Abby and Somali. Inuzuka calls out Abby for his underhanded tactics. Somali attacks Maru but is stopped by Inuzuka, who finds proof that the Somali's spiked shoes injured Persia, so he throws Abby into the audience, defeating him. Before the referee declares the dogs the winner, Inuzuka demands Persia fight him as well, or he could never claim to have beaten all the white cats. Persia, happy that Inuzuka is treating her as an equal, returns to fight him. Persia and Inuzuka battle for victory, and the crowd begin cheering for Persia again. The cats are declared victors with Persia winning MV. Inuzuka is replaced as the dog's leader by Hasuki. If you enjoyed watching this video, consider liking and subscribing for more like it. Thanks for watching.